And there we go. I've got the microphone on just a minute early or so, and that is wonderful. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board today. It is Friday, TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. And welcome, everyone. I'm glad to have you guys on board. Lots of good people here. And I guess first thing I should do is remind everyone here, please try to use the English language only. And I understand that there are several people here who don't speak good English. Herminda Lozano, welcome, and por favor, use Google Translate, okay? Please, if you can. We don't speak Spanish, but we will certainly try to help you out with your English if it's not good, and we will make efforts to try to communicate, just so you understand. We're not bad people, it's just we put everything in English so everybody is speaking the same language here. And anyway, welcome to all of you. I'm glad to have you all on board. And of course, what you're seeing on screen is Cumbre Vieja in La Palma. And that is some old footage. And of course, we do like looking at some of it since we don't have any fresh lava. We are using the older stuff. So that is pretty awesome. And we do like that, watching the lava. I love lava. Anyway, a big welcome to, first off, I guess my moderators, Arizona Snowman in the house, as well as Piggy. And I do believe CND Boy and Lucas Snow, as well as Joseph Fields Official, will be along somewhere. And hiding in the background, we possibly have Gary as well. So those are wonderful people. Speaking of CND Boy, he is right there. All right, welcome. So glad to have you guys on board. Juliet was our first person in today, so she gets the cookies. And there you go, Juliet. That is awesome. And I just want to say welcome to everyone. We have, 32 people in here already, and I'm sure that number will climb, but it is summertime, and I expect lower numbers in the summer when we really don't have any heavy-duty volcanic action happening anywhere. So, welcome to Sophie and Spooky Avocado. Mark the Shark is in the house. Aloha, Mark. And Herminda Lozano, I hope I pronounced that correct. Buenos dias or buenas noches, and welcome. Glad to have you on board. Mars 2028 is here. We got Spooky Avocado. Kevin Haynes is here. Hermione Schaefer. Gura is here. Going up some more. We got Juliet, of course, since she got the cookies. We got Sophie, we got Mark going up a little bit more, got Gura, and Sue Hayes is in the house, welcome. Going up some more, trying to see who else snuck in or just wandered in. Sophie, welcome. I think I said your name already. And Tom Dice will be lurking, driving to get ice cream. I hope you're getting everybody ice cream. And don't make Pepper hold the ice cream. You let Pepper drive back, and you hold it this time, because we know what happened last time. There was only enough for you left. Pepper had ice cream all over her face. We can't allow that. So let her drive. You hold the ice cream, okay? And anyway, let's see. Who else is in here? We got Gura, we got Tom going up the list some more, and got Kevin, got Tom. Where the heck is everybody else? Mind you, we only got a few people in here, so that is all right anyway. I'm sure the numbers will grow shortly. Going up some more, trying to see Daryl R in the house. Welcome, Daryl. And let's see, going up a little bit more. Trying to find names that I haven't called out yet. Colin Deadman, King Colin Deadman, welcome. Your royal sir, thanks for popping in. Judy McClelland also here, and going up a little bit more to see. And by the way, a big thank you to BMAT for that wonderful super chat right off the bat there before the show even got started, since he will go somewhere or something. I'm not sure where he went off to. I'm trying to get us back to some lava here while I'm doing this, so there we go. And of course, that is Cumbre Vieja in La Palma from last year, back in September, is what we've got on the screen right now. Irish Monk is here, of course, and that is wonderful. Glad that you're back, Irish. Going up the list a little bit more. And Henry Nelson in the house. Connie Tyree also here. Welcome. Glad to have you on board. And let's see. Daryl R. We got going, and seeing who else is on the list here. And a lot of chatting going on, and that is always good. Okay, don't see any other names. I do see Mars 2028 we got earlier, and that is pretty good. Okay. All right. Oh, hey, Yvonne just popped in. Welcome, Yvonne. I'm glad to have you on board. Yvonne Kunkel, you guys. Great to have you here, Yvonne. And hopefully you are having a good evening there in Sicily. And hopefully it's treating you well and you're not too tired today. And getting a little bit more used to climbing up and down the hill, I guess. That is pretty awesome. And I think, yep, that's about good. So let's get on with what we've got going on. I'm going to leave Cumbre Vieja alone, and we will head over to Sicily, where Yvonne is. And of course, Yvonne is doing her job over there in Sicily. And let's see if we can find this. Why am I hearing music? Okay, this is odd. Anyway, trying to get myself going here, you guys. Weather in Sicily, beautiful stuff, but views are really not all that fantastic. It is clear, or fairly clear skies. Let's get it fixed up. There we go. But still quite smoky and stuff like that, so pretty cool. A hot day again, but getting cooler now. Okay, well, that is awesome. Joseph Field Official is also in the house. Welcome, Joseph. And yeah, so this is kind of what we looked at. I did make a little bit of a time lapse here from earlier in the day. And we'll just review that real quick. And one of the things I noticed, it's just puffing away there. And Yvonne, if you can tell me the one that's on the back side that's puffing, which one is that? Is that the actual southeast crater that is blowing out all that smoke in the backside? And just curious there if you got an answer for that one. And of course, the bigger plume of smoke is what I'm referring to. So, pretty cool. Sarah Miles in the house. Welcome. Glad to have you, Sarah. And let's see. What? Yeah, got a bigger bed. Oh, okay. Need animals to sleep in your bed. And pretty cool. Anyway, that is a pretty good little video there. So, but that was from around noon and onward, and it was nice to be able to capture some of that while it was still heading upward rather than across. So I did kind of like that. Hey, Satronics, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board today. And happy Friday to everyone. And I'm sure it's already Saturday in some places, but that's okay. Hopefully you do. No, it's the one I showed you in the pictures a few weeks ago. The iron crater. Oh, the one with all the metal in it. Okay, the big rust, the rust pit, I guess is what we'll call it. So that is cool. All right, that is pretty interesting. I'm watching. We got a rabbit eating and little magpies flying all around them, trying to bug them, but the mother magpie came along and told the little ones to leave the rabbit alone. Pretty cool. Anyway, sorry, getting distracted. Two different streams going at the same time, so got to do what I got to do. Anyway, it is pretty neat looking to see that continue to belch out smoke like that. And, you know, it's not over, guys. Etna is not done yet, so we'll see what happens in the near future, but hopefully it will be okay. We won't get too much. Martin Boone also popped on. Where can I send you this morning's video of Yellowstone? How large is the video, Martin? That is the question. If it's just a short thing that is under 25 megahertz in size, you can send it to DrFox at shaw.ca. So DrFox at shaw.ca. Dr. Fox at shaw.ca. And hopefully it's not too big. I don't know if you have to split it into two or something. If it's too large, my mailbox will not accept it, and hopefully that will work. And I would really appreciate the video if you can. That would be awesome, and I will get that set up. That'd be nice. Dr. Fox, is Etna ever done? No, of course not. Etna just takes little breaks now and again, and then it goes again. And yes, you guys are probably hearing those annoying magpies in the background. You should have heard them about 20 minutes ago. They were sitting out in the tree right here, probably about say 4 meters away from me, 5 meters away at the most, and they were doing that. And of course I've got my window open and I hear it loud and clear. Yeah, those that's the little magpies. The little ones are just getting their vocal cords, and they're exercising them very, very intently. So that is kind of what it is. Right now, one of them is at the water bowl, probably got a hoarse throat from screaming too much. So anyway, they are okay birds. Okay, so that's the end of that time lapse, and that wasn't a bad little shot. This is what it was like at 1741 roughly, where we see that smoke coming back towards the camera, and then later on it continued doing a little bit more. This is about 6.5 hours ago, or 1836 their time is what's on the screen right now. And again, you still see quite a bit of that pluming or off-gassing from that crater on the other side, and it is definitely very, very active. Let's see. Okay. All right. Okay, we understand that you don't understand English, Herminda, try using Google Translate if you want to talk in here. That would be acceptable, okay? So English, please. And let's see, who else is here? Platus, welcome. Glad to have you on board. And anyway, let's take a few peeks at the other ones, other views. This one a little later on, when the sun started going down, kind of looked like that, which was not bad. And then the wind direction changed again and blew it down over top of the mountain here. Slightly different pattern to the wind, which is pretty good. Big Toe hiding in the Lurkers Lounge, out of what? Out of cookies. Oh boy, how come you guys are? I put a fresh platter. Okay, that's it. I gotta set out more cookies. All right, we'll fix that. There are gonna be more lava cookies there right away. All right. I'm not sure if we can work on the coffee, but we'll have lava cookies anyway. So there you guys go. All right. Keep everybody happy. Trying. Okay. Cool. Anyway, hopefully that'll fix the lava cookies. Let's go to our next screen. This one, they of course moved that view, and I guess because it was looking right into the sun or something, and that's why they did what they did, and pointed it downward. Looks hazy and stuff like that, but still pretty awesome to see. And they left the camera there, and as things got a little darker, the lights start coming on, and you can kind of get a feel of what it's like, a little bit on the smoky side in that area. So not much else we can report from there. And looking at this one, we'll back that up a little bit. This is of course from a longer distance away, and you can see that plume of smoke, and that it is definitely off-gassing and heading away from the volcano. And if we do the same thing with this camera, slightly different angle again, and hopefully that'll come up. There we go. And again, that is looking at it from the other side now, and you can see that plume continuing to do its wonderful deed. So pretty cool. I don't have too much more to add there for Etna. Like I say, it is still continuing to do its thing, and we hope that the thing will start throwing out some lava again, and that's what we really want. Everybody wants lava. I know I do. So hopefully in the near future we'll see some more. Goes off to what? Talk Up a Lurkers Lounge. Oh, Talk Up Lurkers? Talk? Oh, Stock Up Lurkers Lounge. Maybe. All right. Something like that. I don't know. I don't understand Piggy sometimes. She talks piggish. She speaks pig Latin. Get it? Pig Latin? Oh, never mind. Bad joke. Okay, let's go somewhere else here. Let's get over to Iceland and see if we can actually see our volcano. Yeah, that's it. A little bit of pun there, you guys. Get it? Pun? I know, it's punny. Iceland, let's see if we can see it. There it is. And yep, right now, unfortunately, the angle of the sun is getting in there really bad. But if we go back a couple of hours, or about 4 hours, you can see it fairly well. And of course, that is Ragnar. And you can indeed see the off-gassing that is going on. Lots of smoke coming off of it. over in some of the areas there in the backside and out the front here. So definitely continuing its fumarole state, and hopefully you know, we can keep wondering. Tremors are going up a bit. Oh, okay, and that's at Etna. So I guess that's a beat, going up a beat. Then we'll have to see what happens. Hopefully, if the tremors are shaking a little bit, maybe we'll jar some lovely lava loose and have it shooting up. That would be really cool. Little vent is trying to get through. Yep. Anyway, looking at Ragnar, we definitely see the heat plume. You can see in the distortion of the air up top here, you can see that heat moving through, and definitely smoke coming off of certain areas. And it's going to continue to do that for a while, you guys. Mars 2028 says you get both lava and tephra from Etna because it's the only volcano in the world that's fed by both a subduction zone like Semi and a hotspot like Kilauea. Oh, so it's a double whammy, and that's pretty cool. And that is really neat. Seismicity has been low here last week. Oh, in Iceland, or I'm not sure where you're at, Opatus. Or are you down in Sicily, where Yvonne is? Yep, and the magma from the hotspot is cutting from the movements of the Eurasian and African plate. Okay, it's cutting from the movements of the Eurasian and the African plate. Okay, that is very interesting. Magma. Okay, so we've got a mixed bag of magma. Well, what do we call that? That's interracial magma, intercontinental magma. I guess that would be intercontinental magma. Pretty awesome. Anyway, looking at Ragnar, we see what it's doing. Let's see what the harmonic tremor chart looks like today. And hopefully I'll be able to get on the right windows here. There we go. And I need to refresh that one because I hadn't done that for a little while, a few hours anyway. We got lots of space in the back here. So white screen for a second, but that'll be okay. There we go. All right, so this is kind of what we're seeing on our one for Ragnar or Philadelphia, and that is a downward trend, unfortunately. I'm not trying to be negative, it's just that's what we see. And we do see some little spikes in here, so there are some local quakes happening, or possibly a little further away. We'll have to check that out. I want to go down to the Grindvik chart and see if it ends up being about the same as far as the way it goes down. The magmas are becoming more explosive at times. As time goes by. Oh, I like explosive magma. That is that really gives me a blast. I get it, blast? No, never mind. Bad humor. All right. Okay, going down to look for the Grindvik chart. And scrolling, there we go, and we're down there. So looking at Grindvik, about the same thing. We don't see as many little spikes in there, so I'm not sure where those other quakes are located, but it is all good. But you know, like I say, we're not seeing as much activity here And this could be another scenario where things are going to simmer down for a little while, at least in Grindavik and that area. That magma chamber, I do believe, it's just not got enough pressure to make things happen. Yes, it's there. Yes, it's moving around. Yes, it's doing some of the quakes and stuff, but and pushing up the ground a bit. But we're certainly not seeing what we really, really want, and that is for it to be erupting. And of course, we want it to erupt right in Ragnar, right? Of course. Anyway, let's slide this back up to the Fragile chart, and let's see, one more. There we go, right there. And let's go have a look. So we should see a bunch of little quakes in the area. We'll have a quick peek and see what we've got. So, all right. Now, we remember we had that big one right there yesterday where the star is. And I want to see what things look like now. They've refreshed it. And the first thing we look at here, of course, is down on the peninsula itself. Reykjavik, capital city, and the airport is down here. And it's pretty safe there. Keflavik Airport, Keflavik, Reykjanesbar, and Yardvik. And then down here is Grindavik, the Blue Lagoon, and the power plant. And our wonderful Ragnar that we love so much is here in Geldingadarler. As soon as I get myself looking at the right spot, and it should be right there. So that is where Ragnar actually lives, but we're not seeing any quakes right around it. All right, so we do see a 1.0 down here on the highway, or 1.1. Let's have a quick look at that. 3.6 kilometers down did happen today at 1:21 a.m., but not no friends. That is the only one that we've got there, and that's kind of what we're seeing. Let's see. Oh, and Yvonne Vandermeer is out in Iceland right now. She did send me 2 shots from the airplane as she was coming in, but I forgot to load those up. And that I think, well, they were not the greatest pictures, but we'll definitely show them here before the end of the show today. And yeah, Bob Ragnar, come back and finish what you started, and get to the sea. Yeah, that's right. We want to see it flowing all the way to the ocean. The fiber optic is protected, so go hard. And nobody lives in the old farmer's house, so it doesn't matter. We want to see that magma or lava moving right through Knothaggy Valley. And somebody moved the drinking stone. That would be pretty cool. All right, let's zoom back out here a little bit. Look at the next quake. Look at, there's another 1.1. And that one was today as well, 4:55 a.m., 4.3. And this has been going on since about 3:30 this morning. These magpies outside. So, if you have your window open, you're really in for a treat at 3:30 in the morning, you guys. And to me, it's comical, really, it is. Doctor, we have a good size debris landing here in Arvada, Colorado. The Denver live feed from Baseman Allah. Okay, at dawn, you can see several fires from debris and good-sized rockets landing. Cool. I'm going to have to take a look at that, Martin. Anyway, looking at this area here where we had those big ones yesterday, and we are still seeing a bunch of different activity, so we definitely have a swarm on our hands. This 2.9, which they downgraded to a 2.5 unless I clicked on the wrong one. 6:14 a.m., 3.6 kilometers down, and let me try that again. Yep. Oh no, I did click on the wrong one. 2.9 was from yesterday at 2029, 6.3 kilometers down. So same depth. This 2.3, 4.3 kilometers down, 4:01 a.m. The 2.2 right there from yesterday at 7:27. New 2.5 here, 3:57 a.m. and 4.3 kilometers down. Another one from yesterday, 2.1 from 1728. I'm just picking off the bigger ones first here, and most of them were from yesterday. That 2.0 from 1929, and then we did have, like I say, a bunch of the other little ones in between there doing their thing, and that includes stuff going down and out a little bit further, which is kind of neat. From today 6:22, 2.1, 2.6 kilometers down, and then we got this 2.0 from 5:04 a.m., only 2 kilometers down, and that kind of makes me go And what's this guy here? 4.9 kilometers down for this 1.8, 6:06 a.m. as well. What's this 1.7? 2.5 kilometers down. That was from yesterday though, 1931. And it's interesting to see that swarm in that area. If they do have an eruption there, it'll be cold. There's a lot of ice, and we'll possibly see a very large explosive eruption if that is the case. Anyway, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that area, sliding down a little bit more. And there's Hekla, and there's Katla, and then here's that other field that we've had these other little quakes in. This Reykjavik, Reykjavik, if I said it right. Anyway, I need to be closer. 2.0 right there, and that is from yesterday, 17:54, only 1.1 kilometers down. This guy here, 20:01 yesterday, 0.6 of a kilometer down. So something like that is a little bit more interesting and could tell you that, hey, we may get an eruption there. That guy 1.4 at 2.3 kilometers down also yesterday. So a lot of stuff yesterday in there, and we're not seeing anything really fresh in that area. So maybe it's going to subside again and kind of fool us and say, hey, no, I'm not doing nothing. I just want to shake the ground for a little while. And that's kind of what we see now right in that area. We don't see anything on this map down here at Katla, which is a little bit of a surprise with all that activity happening there. And we'll slide up and over looking at the Bardabunga and Grimsbotn. We don't see anything on the ice sheets on this particular chart or map. We don't see too much here. Oh, there is a 1.2 that we have there. Let's have a quick peek. That did happen at 34 minutes after midnight, and that was 7 kilometers down for that 2.1. And that is right underneath the crater pretty much. And always interesting because Astja, you don't need a lot of earthquakes. Oh, we do have one at Bardabunga that showed up. Maybe the map is just slow refreshing itself. This guy here, when did you happen? At 8:46 a.m. and only 100 meters down, 1.3 in magnitude. So possibly in the ice. That's what I'm thinking. I'll kind of wait here. Is there any more? No? You're not hiding anymore on me? All right, software. Okay, zooming out a little bit more. We do have a little grouping of 3 out here. A couple of them are 1.5s, and then we've got a 1.3. These are fairly new. 1631 today, 11.2 kilometers down for that 1.5. The other one 6.2 kilometers down from 1710. And then we have another one right there, 1.3, 13 kilometers down at 1:09 a.m. 2-minute warning. Thank you, Piggy. Do appreciate that. And I just want to pop on the other one real quick here and have a quick look and see what we missed. They are claiming a 3.3 out here. I don't know, didn't see it on the other charts, and that's a little odd. Didn't see too much else in there. There's a lot more little quakes associated with that, so that is very interesting. There's why I was looking at Grimsvatn, because right here we do have, that should be Grimsvatn right there. Yeah, there. And we do have a couple little ones. 2.9 kilometers down for a 0.5 that happened at 12:28. The other 0.5 happened at 6:20 and 49 a.m. 1.1 kilometers down. So there we go. There's another one at Bardabunga that we see there, and there's my extra ones that I was looking for out here at Asja, and we do have 2 of them. This one from 6:34 a.m. 1.2 and 6.9 kilometers down. The other one is a 0 magnitude, 4.9 kilometers down from 1928. So that's kind of what I was chasing there. We also have this 0.6 a little ways away, 2:52 a.m. and 0.6 is the magnitude, 1.9 kilometers down. Not sure if that is going to entail an eruption or not, but that's kind of what we're seeing. Anyway, I think we are pretty close to break time, so what I am going to do is put it back on my map here so I can find it later, and I'm going to yell at the magpies for a while I'm on break. Actually, I'll save my voice. I'll use the water gun, and that is all fair. 0 magnitude, yes. That is 10 times less than a 1, right? I know, Sophie. The 0 magnitude always gets me as well. It's one of those things. Anyway, let's see if we can throw you back over to a lively scene here. And, of course, going to put you back onto Cumbre Vieja for the duration of the break, so you guys can watch that. And Yvonne says, okay, I'm going back to sleep. Bless the air conditioner. Thanks for another great stream, Doc, and mods, lavaliers, and lava family. Have a great day and night, everyone, and enjoy the show. Thank you very much, Yvonne, and you take care and get some sleep, hugs and all that stuff. And we'll talk to you tomorrow or later on tonight, whenever you're up and at it. So good night and pleasant dreams. And on that friendly note, it is time for me to take a break. So I will put you back over, but I'll get rid of that music. I swear I turned that off. How come is that still running? There we go. All right, I fixed it. Anyway, enjoy the 5 minutes here. I will be back, and keep smiling, be good, and we should be Should be all good. So don't go away. Lots more to come. I'm your host, Dr. Fox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And of course, you're watching VolcanoX live stream. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away. Okay, I'm back in here. We're gonna let that song finish, so, and then I'll turn it off. And welcome to some more people here in the chat. Amelia, welcome, and glad that you had the opportunity to watch the wonderful planets as well as the sunrise. That would have been awesome. And thank you everyone for the welcome backs. I do appreciate that. And of course, what's on the screen right now is what we refer to as old and canned lava. And this, of course, being Cumbre Vieja from back in September last year. So that is what we were looking at during the course of the break. Anyhow, since that is all good, we're going to leave that and save it for later. We'll move along to some other wonderful volcanoes. Vintage footage. Yep, you bet it is too, Colin. And that is awesome footage is what it is. I did learn a lot about doing volcano footage. One of the things that I see everybody in the other streams doing, they pasting big stuff all over the screens and stuff. And I learned that people really don't want that. And that is something that I'm working on. And in our new future ones, we won't have that kind of thing. Anyway, we're moving over to the Azores, and I started it out with the picture this time so you can see where Mount Montana is over on Pico Island, and of course the strait in between, and the view is from St. George Island that we're on. And let's turn that off and get the actual shot here. There we go, like that. So you can see the lights off in the distance and across the strait. I just got to get myself to the right screen. There we go. And you can see that all the way along, right along the edge of the island, lit up pretty much real good. Hey, Edith NZ is here. Welcome back, Edith. Long time no see. Glad to have you on board. And that is awesome. Anyway, that's what we're seeing there. Moving on to the next one. Not as rough of an ocean today. We do still have a little bit of white water splashing up here in the little bay. But that is all cool. Moving on to the next picture. This is another harbor. Different one than the first one we were looking at. And of course you see a ship anchored there, as well as another one docked right there. So a little guy doing their thing. Moving on, having a peek at their earthquakes, and let's see what we've got in the count. According to this, we've got 3. I could actually refresh that and see if we have any more. And I'm going to do that. It doesn't take very long. Yep, there is only the 3. So that's what we're seeing. Let's make that picture a little bit wider. There we go. And this guy, 2.0, happened at 20 minutes after 1 a.m. And next one, a 1.5, and that is at 14:13 or 2:13 in the afternoon, Azore time. And then we've got one at 1.8 at 2010. And that, of course, is 8:10 p.m. Their time there. So that's what we're kind of seeing. When I go to the other one, I did see some of the other dots out in the water there and thought about it. Okay, what's going on? So let's look and see. And of course, here's the map. I'm going to refresh this one again just to make sure that we haven't lost anything here in the translation. So we see the grouping out here. We'll get back to those in a second. Let's just check out what's on St. George itself. And there they are. So 3 hours ago, 2.2, 9 hours ago, 1.5, and 22 hours ago for that 2.0. And again, they're still all in that same little group. And oh wow, All of a sudden I got a bunch of noise. Yeah, that's the birds out there, and they love us, right? They love us. Anyway, looking at what's actually on Sao George, so one here, the 2.2 is 8 kilometers down, but that is considered Sao George. Then we have, let's see, the next one, 1.5, that guy's the surface one. And we slide down here to the bottom, we see 2.0, that's also a surface one. The other ones are out in the water, as we noticed. And let's have a look. Oh, darn it, again, this thing just drives me crazy. All right, there we go. And here you can see the 5 quakes up top, and then you've got 2 down below. So one at about 2 kilometers down, the other one at roughly 8 kilometers down. The rest were surface quakes, and they're showing them a little bit bigger than what we're seeing, but that is okay. Don't mind that. We'll go back to the map and have a look at those other ones, and zoom in here and see what we are looking at. So we've got 3 here, 3.0, and that is there. That's what, 13 hours ago, 17 hours ago. 2.4, and then we had a 2.5 13 hours ago, and then there's another one over here on the other side, 2.3 about 6 hours ago. So that takes care of 4 of them, and that is kind of interesting. Why is that gone smaller on me? There we go. And yeah, zoom back out so we can see the relationship here. Now we know that the mid-Atlantic ridge is over here, and that this is kind of a corner, if you will. Actually, probably better if I zoom out a little bit. You can see it coming down here, and it jogs over, and this whole area is full of fissures, and all the way back in this way, and all the way to this area here. So this is where we're seeing the action happening. It's a weak spot, a soft spot, if you will, and you know, right here at the bend. Hopefully we'll see something erupting, but I'm not sure if we will for a while. Leo Carlson, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board, and that is pretty cool. Okay, so that is pretty much it for there. I did want to, let's see, I thought I had something else loaded here. Oh, that was the Chevalish volcano, but I did have another one loaded somewhere here that is also up there in the Kamchatka Peninsula area. That was going off and is new to us and our chart. So that is pretty cool, pretty awesome. Anyway, let's get this back to where it is, and we'll move on to our next ones. And of course, we all know which one that is. That is Popocatépetl in Mexico. We can see it today. So much nicer when it's not hiding in the clouds. I really do enjoy it. It is a very picturesque volcano. Very tall, and some snow up top, of course, and a nice plume coming off of it, nice and slow and gentle, keeping everybody happy and smiling. Hey, Grandma B is here, and Sandra B as well, and that's awesome. Grandma B and Sandra B, are you guys related? Sorry, I just had to ask, right? And anyway, different view of Popocatépetl, and that is from the backside, and of course the great ball of fire up here, giving the camera some issues, but we can see the pluming nonetheless, and that looks pretty awesome. Moving over to this view, and that is actually a much nicer view. You can see what's going on. You can actually see this thing has got quite a tilt to it, so I like kind of like this new view here, and we'll keep on looking for better ones as time goes on. So my favorite volcano, Popocatépetl is your favorite volcano? Cool. That is actually, it's a pretty nice looking volcano. I just haven't seen any lava coming out of it yet. I'd love to see that. And let's see. Oh, this one. It was such a nice picture earlier. Let's see what happened here. If we go back in time, can we see it? Yep, we can. Okay, and of course, this is Volcán de Colima, or Fuego de Colima, if you will, hiding in the clouds. I guess some of that material moved up north there, but it does have kind of a lenticular cloud built up on the top, and it was off-gassing fairly well when I was looking at it in the wee hours just as sunrise came around. And I can't remember exactly where it was that I seen it, but it did do pretty good, and then it clouded over. And I guess it's going to stay cloudy forever and ever. All right, I'm not going to worry about that one. And that is, of course, it is south of Guadalajara, Mexico. And so it's a little further north than Mexico City, but also to the west. And that is what we're seeing. This is what it is like there live right now. So they're getting some rain. Looks like a pretty nasty storm moved in there or something. And let's move down the coast a little. And I did throw this up here. I wanted to, and I hope it's still going to work. Yep, it is. Okay, excellent. This is about 13 hours ago, you guys. So I'm hoping that, yeah, it did work. So is it going to work? Is it playing? Come on, play for me. Please. Okay. Let's see, the clock moving. No. No clock moving. Ah, darn it. Anyway, that's kind of what it was looking like, and I was hoping it would still work with me backed up beyond that 12-hour mark. But that is Fuego in Guatemala, and that is actually a pretty nice shot, and that is just before dawn. And if we go ahead by 5 seconds, 10 seconds. I'm surprised that it's kind of not working. It did work for me earlier. I should have just made a little video out of it. But that is what we were seeing very early this morning. Oh, I think it moved. No, it doesn't want to play. Darn it. Anyway, that's kind of what it was doing this morning. So we know Fuego is definitely giving off fire and gas and everything else, and it is pretty cool. Okay, I guess it doesn't want to do anything. It must have been really hesitating when the stream was going on. Anyway, well, we've seen it for a while. We've seen a few more little plumes come out. I'm just trying to hit one here and see if it'll actually go. Yeah, there it's starting to work again because we're within that 12-hour mark now. So that looks pretty cool. Hope I did not miss the bacon seeds. No, not yet. They are coming up in about 6 or 7 minutes or 8 minutes or something like that. I will be going on my next break shortly here. So just looking at Fuego. And that, of course, again, down in Guatemala. And while we're there, let's take a look just a little further south. And right now, we don't see a Fuego at all. Actually, let me see if I can get this on this other one before we change it. Right there. Yeah, I still have yours from yesterday. I need to get that loaded up. Anyway, that is what we're seeing there. Yeah, nice plumes, nice ash delivery, and it is definitely pushing out the material, you guys. So hopefully it will continue to do that, and maybe tonight we'll get some more good shots from it. Oh, the battery in your clock has worn out. Oh boy, you better fix that, Grandma B. You need a charge or a charged battery, one or the other. Anyway, that is there. Let's have a quick peek. Yeah, Talika not visible, and they give us a sliver. We can see there is a little bit coming out of Momotombo, and that is down in Nicaragua as well. Unfortunately, not a great picture. And the next one here is, of course, a Messiah volcano, and there's plenty of off-gassing happening there. Not a bad shot at all. So that's what we're seeing there. We're looking pretty close to the break here, and I'm wondering where we are. Yeah, for a park that's closed, there's an awful lot of people there. And I noticed that earlier. It was still dry and sunny, and there were a whole load of people, and I'm going, holy mackerel, where'd they all come from? But then I realized it's June 24th. Kids are going to be out of school, and there's going to be people going all over the place. I'm falling asleep over here. I'm going to jump into bed now. Have fun, y'all. Juliet, have a pleasant night and sleep well. Pleasant dreams, and all good. Okay, Grandma B fixed it right on. You're charging up, and glad you're getting a zap out of life. Kimmer, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. Let's see who else snuck in that I didn't say hi to yet. We got Leo, we got Kimmer, we got Duchess, we got Grandma B, and Spooky. We got Sharon Stewart. We got, okay, going up here. I think I got everybody. Richard Lapointe is here. Welcome, Richard. Kathy also in. Welcome, Kathy. Glad to have you on board. And I think we're good with names for right now. So that's all cool. I think it is time for me to go take that break, you guys. So I'll let you watch the wet Yellowstone geyser or geyser, however you want to pronounce it. And that is pretty awesome. Good night, Juliet, and take care. And for those people who have joined us and have not yet hit that like button, please do consider hitting the like button if you have enjoyed what you're seeing so far. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, you can subscribe, and definitely hit that bell notification while you're there, if you feel we've earned it, of course, and that is what we're hoping for. And on that friendly note, I'm your host. I'm DrFox2000 here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, taking a 5-minute break. When we come back from that break, we will have bacon seeds. Yes, we show bacon seeds. And I know, if you don't know what they are, you'll find out. I guarantee it. On that note, I'll be back in 5, you guys. And don't go away. And I am back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you are watching VolcanoX, a live stream. And glad to have you on board here today. And thank you for the welcome backs, everyone. I'm glad that you guys are doing your thing. I'm turning off that song right now. I clicked it. It is showing that it is off. So that is pretty good. And all right. Thank you, everyone, for the welcome backs from, let's see, Leo and Sue and Tetra is in the house. Welcome, Tetra. And Kevin as well. And hi, Kananaskis Country. I'm glad to have you on board. Sharon Stewart says, I hear you. Okay. Duchess says, welcome back, as well as, let's see, Mars 2028. And thank you. And Opotus, you made a comment there that I kind of have to chuckle at it. And you directed it at Kimmer. And you said, unfortunately, people always seem to like playing with lava for some reason, so safety goes out the window too quickly. And you know what? That is very, very true. But I can assure you, they will only do it once. After they've burnt themselves really, really bad, they will realize that lava is hot and they shouldn't be touching it. And that is pretty interesting to see. So, and I'm one of those. Please don't touch the lava. If you see it, it's gonna be hot. Someone tried to run over lava with a car. Yeah, that's also not a smart move. Yeah, it really is not. Depending on how much lava is there and how fast you're going and stuff like that, I wouldn't advise it. You'll end up being stuck in it, and that are pretty nasty. Unless you are a scientist with the correct safety controls. Yep, car won't be happy about that. You're right, Henry. Yeah, the lava is not smart, or driving on it is not smart. I mean, it's just as bad as driving on hot pavement. You know, a lot of people don't realize when they put asphalt down, or pavement as we call it here, when they put that black tarry stuff down on the ground to make a road, that stuff is heated up, you guys. That is 200 or 300 degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius. It's at a boiling point, really. You don't want to be touching it. And you certainly don't want to drive on it, because your car tires will last about a minute, depending on how fast you're going. They'll blow up. It's okay. Anyway, it is time for bacon seeds. And you guys be quiet out there. Don't bug me. Darn magpies. Oh, boy. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but yeah, they're out there. Don't breathe volcanic ash either. It's actually really tiny bits of volcanic glass. Trust me, you don't want the stuff in your lungs. And no, you don't. And I see Old Faithful is finally doing its thing. Wow, it's really shooting up this time. And yeah, holy mackerel. I think it's got some extra pressure. That is really coming out of there this time around. That is awesome to see. Yeah, when we start seeing the people run away, we know then it's too much. But this is pretty good. It was on a video here on YouTube somewhere. Okay, Tetra, thanks. But yeah, Old Faithful doing its thing, really gushing out the wonderful stuff. And I don't know if you can hear them talking to me at the magpies. I have no idea why they're in my tree. Go away. Hopefully they will. But yeah, that plume of steam looks larger than normal. And we really do like that. That is pretty awesome. Um, yep, magpies are noisy. Old Faithful is noisy. People are noisy. Everything is noisy. Magpies want to join the stream. You know what? I wouldn't doubt it, Leo. If they want to take over the microphone and tell you exactly what's happening. I think they moved on a little bit during the break. Of course, actually, I gotta tell you, because I do get up and I stretch my legs. I go in the kitchen and I open the kitchen window and I look out into bunny land, and I look down, and straight down below me, Curly was sitting on the grass eating some grass, and I guess he heard me opening the window, but he didn't look up. And I said, "Oh, hi, Curly." And I could see him. He's looking around side to side, trying to figure out where the heck I am. And finally, he turned his head a little bit, and I guess he could see upward, and he realized I'm talking to him from the window. It was kind of funny. But this last break, I did it again. I went to the window, and I said hi to him. He was still laying in the same spot, so he definitely didn't mind me doing that. Anyway, Old Faithful doing its thing. We'll leave it there, and we've seen it. Let's get over and take a look at some bacon seeds. I feel so cranky today. I need to snap out of it. Kathy, snap out of it. Let's have a look at bacon seeds. Maybe that'll help you. And there we are. What are you doing going to one of the magpies gets inside your house? Well, I don't think they're going to get in. I've got screens on the window, so they can't just fly in. Anyway, this was the last one we seen from yesterday. A cute little fella, looks like a little toy. Really, it does kind of look like a toy, little stuffed animal. So let's look at today's bacon seeds. And this guy here seems to have a lot of schmutz on his face. I believe he might have been pigging out. Get it? Pigging out? Oh, it's a punny day. All right, next one. Next bacon seed. Here's a little one. He's got a cell phone attached to his ear, so he can communicate with everyone else. And I love the little stripes on him. He's pretty awesome. Beat me to it, Doc. Okay. Oh, yeah, it is punny. And here's some more stripes. A few of them in that picture, but really only focusing on that one. These are kind of a unique color. I kind of like that. That's kind of a tan with a brown in it. Pretty awesome looking little guy. So really cool. I like it. Let's go have a look at the next one. And that's another pair of these little brown ones. Grayish brown, and they look like they're laying right up against a fur wall there, and that is Mama. And these are little tiny bacon seeds, definitely little guys. So pretty awesome. Striped pigs. Yep, zebra. Well, if they were zebra, the stripes would be going the other way. These are more like antelopes or deer or something. Fawns, I think. There we go. There's a Mama. And don't you just love Mama? She's such a nice looking pig. I'm glad the little ones look really racing stripes. Yeah, they look really cool. That's it, Henry. You got it. Racing stripes, and a curly tail on that little guy too. That is pretty cool. And yeah, Mama is huge compared to the little one, definitely. And let's get on to our next picture, second last one. And that is another one with some more racing stripes. And that seems to be the theme today. Fast pigs. They got 4 trotters and they can move like lightning. We love it. And let's get to our final bacon seed here for today, and red racing stripes. What's yakking at me now? Oh, that's the blue jay? Yeah, now the blue jay's getting into it. All right, so if it's not a magpie, it's a blue jay. That is pretty cool. And here's a couple more. They're out having a good time munching on some piggy pellets and rutting around. There's more in the background too, which is really kind of nice to see. So a few of them doing their thing. And that is our last bacon seed for today. Gotta love them. They are beautiful animals. All right, let's carry on and see what else we have around the world with other volcanoes. And we will head over to Merapi. And Merapi will make you happy. I don't know if it will. Actually, Merapi hasn't been doing as much as it has in the past. Oh, okay, Blue Jay, what are you trying to prove? Yeah, okay, you're trying to imitate the magpies. I get it. Anyway, sliding back a little bit in time, we weren't seeing as powerful eruptions that we had like the past couple of days here. And I'm just trying to find one where we actually had something come out, and this is one of them here. And this was about 2:28 a.m. and we see the lovely lava coming down the hill, and of course in the IR camera on the top left, or top right I should say, it really brightens up. Bottom view, of course, not so good because of the cloud factor in there, but nonetheless we do have some wonderful bacon and lightning in the background, and that is what was going on, and it looks pretty cool. It really it's ready to blow. Gray top. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to blow up. They continue to do their thing, and the interesting part about this is the side where the lava is coming down now. That's actually not where the original fissure or the original outflow vent was. That is on the other side of the volcano. So that is something that is kind of neat and interesting, that it had decided to start using the opposite side to eject a lot of its lava. So pretty cool. Bacon bits, yep, that's what they are. And let's see if we can find another one there. A lot of lightning in that show. And let's see what we got here. That is a little bit further back. I'm just trying to hit, there's another little eruption in here, and I'm trying to get to it. Maybe we'll move ahead 10 seconds at a time, I guess. Yeah, it's really hard to get gauge time on here when they have them. There we go. And again, you can see the lava spot up top, and it's not very large, right? So that's what we see. Didn't see the number one recent yesterday. Okay, there's a 1. Okay, no worries. All right, we'll take a look and confirm that. Oh, hang on here. I'm trying to do other things. Right now, I'm not too into that. I'm trying to... okay, we see it. All right, we'll see what we can do to throw that in there. Yeah, I forgot to load that up. Sorry, Duchess. We'll see if we can do that on the next break and get it going for you. All right, looking at this though, that is pretty pretty cool. And we'll move on to other volcanoes. And of course, this is bent up, so let's straighten it out. All right, there we go. Ruapehu, and that is in New Zealand. So Ruapehu showing its true colors here. And of course, a little earlier, about 2 hours ago, I think you could actually see it. There it is off in the distance. Beautiful shot. And no, that's not smoke coming out of Ruapehu. That is just clouds moving over it. At least that is what it looks like to me. So pretty awesome nonetheless. And I don't think we had any other views that were really reasonable from earlier. So I'll leave that guy be. I think this is a little bit later. Yeah. And if we let it play, you can see the direction of the clouds. Mind you, they're so far back, it's hard to see where. Why is this thing not playing? Every time I click something, it's almost like it just doesn't want to click. I think I need another new mouse. I replaced this mouse here about 2 days ago, and it was a used mouse. That was a mistake. I gotta go get a new one. I gotta get a new mouse. Oh, cut. I want to hold that striped one. Oh, you don't want to hold the striped little piggies. They bite. Careful. Anyway, beautiful looking shot, and we like it. And that is awesome, you guys. Okay, moving on. Next volcano, of course, is a whole group of them because we don't have individual pictures available. And again, I'm getting multiple clicks here on the same thing. Looking at it, Luolatok is on top left, and that is in the clouds there, and Semeru bottom left in the clouds as well, and bottom right, Ewu, and Ewu is quiet today. We don't see any off-gassing coming from it. But we do see over here is Krakatoa on the top right hand side. There is still a smoke being emitted out of it. This one we may be able to go back on and actually see some of the embers. Well, I don't know, at least a glow there. There we can see the glow coming out of Krakatoa, and we know it is still active. So far from gone. Very impressed with your pronunciation of Ruapehu. Why, thank you, James Bong. And I try. It takes me a little while. Some of them are harder than others, okay? And trust me on that part. Really, some are harder to pronounce than others. Like when you get into the Japanese ones, Suwanoshi Jima, and that's a little bit more of a try it a few times before you can get it down pat, right? And Sakura Jima isn't quite as bad, but Suwanoshi Jima and ones like Luolatok and those, all of them are not so easy to pronounce. Yeah, Sue, that's it. That's the one. That's the one that really bothers me. Semi-so pochnoi. Noi. Never mind. Anyway, I'll leave it there. So you have a pig farm? No, I don't have a pig farm. Pig farms would be too much work. Love little pigs though, and those are wonderful. Still haven't figured out. Oh yeah, we got to work on it, Mars. That is semi-so pochnoi. Noi pochnoi. It's a toughie. If it was written in Russian, I could probably do it easier. But that's part of the problem, is not really knowing how it was pronounced to begin with. That is probably what we've got going wrong. Anyway, that's what we're seeing down in the Indonesian area with our four different volcanoes there. Not anything too major, and as the day progressed, we seen it getting lighter and lighter, and actually there they do show Luolatok in that picture throwing off some pretty good steam and dark schmutzy clouds. We like it, and still a little bit of a glow, and that was about 5:53 a.m. for Luolatok, and these two are in different time zones. Krakatoa is about an hour off and further west than Luolatok, so that's what we're seeing. It's a bit difficult. Okay, please, yeah, okay, got her. And let's carry on, and we'll jump into Japan since we're right there. Actually, let's take a look at Taal, see if, darn it, Taal turned the stream off, or he did something. Hey, there's Japan. I'll get, while we're looking here, you can see the ice cream boat down there at the harbor. While I am trying to get it to do its thing. There we go. You can see ice cream boat is parked there. So you guys go run down and get the ice cream. I'm going to try to refresh the other stream here and get going. And as soon as I find where the heck it disappeared, there it is. And we'll see if we can refresh something here and get... yeah, that ain't gonna work. No, I gotta redo the live. Gonna take a look at Taal volcano, and we'll see how that guy's doing today. So, did you say ice cream again? Yes, ice cream. You bet I said ice cream. Ice cream break, and that's what we like. All right. Yeah, you can run down there and get the ice cream. I wouldn't lie to you about a thing like that. And there's a weekly audio summary of volcanic activity in Alaska on the AVO website webpage. Listening to that might help you figure out how to pronounce the names of the Alaskan volcanoes. Yeah, that might, Mars, and let me scribble that down on a piece of paper so I can see it. But it's AVO, a website. What is it? Is it avo.com or something like that? Just if you can just say, yeah, it's .com or whatever, that'll work. Okay, anyway, I did want to get into the close-ups here, so let's get on to what we're doing. Ice cream boat right there, you guys go grab it. Looking at the close-up shot, though, we see what's going on. Clouds moved in, and we don't get to see much. So, looking at that angle, is that maybe stuck? That's why. Is the ice cream boat even there? We're not live, you guys. Who turned that off? But the ice cream boat is there. Luckily, there is an ice cream boat, and there's a storm coming. So, batten down the hatches. That's what's going on here. 9:30 in the morning, and they are getting a storm. We definitely have the ice cream boat in sight, though. So, storm clouds are coming. Get your umbrellas out. And if you want ice cream, boy, you better hurry. It's gonna rain. It's gonna pour. It's like what do they call it? Not a cyclone over there. Yeah, cyclonic action, and you don't want to get caught in that. Going to this one, Sakurajima crater, we're definitely don't see a darn thing. Moving up a little bit further north in Japan, there is Mount Fuji. And a lot of that snow is gone, you guys. That is actually pretty cool to see. Majority of the snow off the top of Mount Fuji. I'm wondering if it's all going to melt this year. That would be pretty weird, because I don't think I've ever seen it with no snow on the top. Moving on, next one is ASO. And unfortunately, ASO is hiding in the clouds, and that is spelt ASO and pronounced ASO, and we don't see a darn thing. And we'll have to leave that guy be. We know it's over there somewhere in the abyss of fogginess, so we'll leave her be there. Let us go here though, and this is another one that is a little bit difficult to pronounce if you haven't practiced it too much. And I know it's Pepsi time. I will get there in a second. This is Suwanosejima, and that is down on one of the islands down in part of the Japanese islands. You can see that the volcano is off gassing. Some hard to see. It's a poor picture no matter what, but it's better than no picture. We did have a little bit better views earlier, not by much, but you can kind of sort of see that a little more reasonable. You can actually see the divot here in the actual volcano, so pretty cool. I was going to go back and see if we can actually see any lava in it, and we haven't seen that for a little while, so not seeing any there right now. Okay, on that friendly note, let's park you somewhere else here, and I guess Ta'al, since it is working, and I'm going to leave you on Ta'al volcano. Please enjoy that, and hopefully it will all be good. And I am going to turn some music back on for you, and let's see if we can find the right music. There we go. Okay, music is on, so please don't you guys go away. Be good, keep smiling, hit that like button if you haven't done so already. If you have not yet subscribed, do consider subscribing if you are enjoying it. And I've got magpies talking to me here. You can probably hear them really, really well. So they're doing their thing, you guys. Let me see if I can make sure that picture is actually moving. Why does that look like it's not? Where are we here? Play. Oh, come on, live. There we go. All right, now it's moving. I'm a little happier. Okay, we can see the car zooming by. Okay, don't go away, you guys. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. You're watching VolcanoX live stream. I'll be back in 5. And I am back. So welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board here. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and this is VolcanoX live stream. And we are in our final quarter of the show here, and looking at all our wonderful stuff that's going on. I did get a couple of emails in here, which I kind of trying to work with them, trying to get things going, and trying to also manage the noise situation. I did close the window a little bit. I shooed the magpies out of the window. Apparently there are 4 young ones that aren't so young anymore, and they are all making noise. It is incredible the amount of noise that they are making. Anyway, poor bunny laying out there. They were starting to get down on the ground and bug the bunny a little bit, and I opened the window and they all kind of scattered a little bit. So blue jay and magpie voice carry very well. Yeah, apparently birds can hear that from miles off. So magpie quiet. What? Quartet. Yeah, a quartet. But there's more, and now I have one sitting inside the dispenser looking around, and it's one of the younger ones. So kind of blows me away to see all of them around here, and I'm trying to keep them pretty happy. Oh, I have 12 nesting robins in my tree, and frogs in my pond. There you go, Richard. That is awesome. Speaking of the robins, yeah, we have a couple nesting pairs around here as well, and I did see them out. At least one of the pairs was out on the lawns as well, and I guess just before the rain or whatever, it's gonna be feeding time for them. So they're trying to teach, the magpies are trying to teach their little ones how to scavenge for food, so that is pretty cool. James Gipe Gipe, hey, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board, James. And nice to see you popping in here. Anyway, on screen we have to all a volcano, and that is pretty awesome. I'm going to leave it there for a second. I want to load up a couple more images that I did get. One of them, of course, was from yesterday, and I did miss it. It came in the email a little bit later. Frog songs are loud at what? 175 decibels? Holy Batman! DBF, decibels frog. No? All right. That is really, really bad. All right. Anyway, I'm trying to get something loaded here, so bear with me, you guys, and I should be able to get this in short order, hopefully, and if I can find the pictures. Problem is I save these things and I don't write down the names anywhere. It's always difficult to tell what was what. Oh, darn it. It moved away on me here. Oh, we'll find it. I did load them both. I don't know where the heck they went. Looking. Give me a second. And as long as they're in here somewhere. Oh, I did actually find one of the ones that I wanted to bring up, and that is that extra new volcano that is going off on the Kamchatka Peninsula. We do have a photo of that one, so I'm going to load that real quick, as well as my other little photos here as soon as I can find them. And there's one of them, and let's see if I can make that bigger. Yep. Okay, and I've got one more to load here, so bear with me, you guys. I need a good vacation. Hawaii, hint, hint. Yeah, as soon as I win the lottery. All right, the magpies realized that I partially closed the window, so now they looked at me and flew off in disgust. They must know I'm doing something here that they don't want. Well, we don't want that noise, but anyway, it's crazy. All right, I'm looking for this other one that was just sent in here, and I'm not seeing it. I'm gonna have to maybe resave it or some darn thing. Oh, where the heck did it go? And of course, it didn't have a proper name on it, so it's always difficult when something is called download, and you download it. You've got a million things that are called downloads, and it makes things a little bit easier. So if you are sending me something, people, shorten the name, keep it to something simple and descriptive. That would really help. And yeah, I'm having a hard time trying to see where the heck that other picture is. All right. Yeah, I'm just not seeing it. I gotta cancel that and try one more time here. But in the meantime, I'll let you look at this one, and we'll push that live, and you guys can have a quick look at that. And there we go. Angel pigs are flying to look at Zoe Ragnar. All right. That, of course, was sent in by our wonderful Duchess of Elements. So that is pretty good. And I do have the other volcano, and it's yeah, Kikura Rachki. Kikura Rachki in also in well, it's not right on the peninsula, it's actually on one of the islands, but you'll get to see that it was throwing a lot of stuff out into the air. They say about 5.5 kilometers up. And why did my screen go blank? Okay, there we go. And I'm going to see if I can load that other one up. Trev, the one that you sent me, I got to find it. And let's see where that went. I know I saved it somewhere. Let's try this again and see if it works. Okay, this time it's trying to save it, but it doesn't have a name this time. Okay, that is pretty weird. I'm just going to call it XXXX. Oh. All right, and we'll see if we can find it that way, and reload it. And boy, sometimes things aren't so easy. And that should put it pretty much down on the bottom here, and we'll see if we can find it. Yep, I did find it. Okay. So this, of course, was sent in by Trev, so I'm going to throw that on the screen now. So pretty cool. And we'll get back to this. Okay, and this is funny guy making me blow all that stuff away, and that is blowing the clouds away, you guys. Somebody's got to do it for an old fox that's huffing and puffing pretty bad. So anyway, thanks Trev for throwing that in there. And that is pretty awesome. Do appreciate it. So real cool. All right, and there we go. Anyway, looking back at this picture though, Chikorachki, I do believe is the pronunciation of that volcano, and we will go take a look at that right away. And we'll see where on the volcano map it is. For now, though, let's pop over to Hawaii and Let's see if we can get it on the proper Hawaiian pictures though, and we'll see if it'll switch. Come on, there we go. All right, it's switched, and I need to figure out why my screen is not grabbed it properly. There we go, we got that one fixed. Okay, so looking at that, that is our lava pond from the 23rd, and we want to see what it looks like today. So it was completely full. I didn't get nighttime shots this time around, so my bad, but that is okay. And this is what we're seeing right now, current time. Beautiful shot, and down here is where the lava tube comes in and feeds it here at this nice smile, and it pours into there and flows all the way through. And of course somewhere along the backside here it is subducting, but as it's hitting the wall it's splattering up, and we're getting a buildup along the back wall. We also see our toe area, the outline here is pretty cool, and the walls on this are fairly thick, and again you see a lot more cracking around the edges. And we know that this area here, that all of it is raising and lowering, and that is always going to make more new cracks in everything. We do still see that there is a bridge across the toe area, so that area is being fed by a lava tube. I noticed this back here though has shortened up a whole bunch. This used to be a lot further out, and it looks like it's starting to clog up a little. So that's kind of what we're seeing in that shot. This from yesterday. Let's refresh it, take a look at today's. Clouds are kind of in the wrong place here, or smoke I should say, making it difficult to see, but there's your lava pond and the toe, and this smoke is kind of hiding the primary vent right there. And just note how little of that white is left on the sides here. A lot of that is smoke coming up as well, but we can't really tell where that cooler material is sitting versus the hotter stuff or newer stuff around the edges, unfortunately. Let's take a look at this one. So that's yesterday's again, and we will refresh it, and that is today's look. And we can see, boy, this looks like it's a lot rougher and a lot steeper now, so this area must have raised up again. We do see the cracking here. That is indicating that that central area has raised up some more, or raised and lowered several times, causing more cracks. Pig Island out here still doing its thing. It still has some neat little smokers behind it, and of course here where the fresh lava is meeting the older cool lava, producing some smoke as well. In this picture you can see that's the location of the primary vent, and that is the little divider hornito in here where we're getting our lava tube flowing into the pond. Looking back in the background there, you see a little bit more smoke coming up there. Remember, there was a lot of fresh lava out in the back wall area, and we do see, like I say, the risen up area a little bit better now in here. Eventually that is all going to change though, guys. If we get a real surge of lava or magma coming up and turning into lava, this could all flip and bury very quickly, remelt everything and do its thing. So always available to do that. There's that picture from yesterday on the thermal, and we definitely seen where that hot lava was sitting, and the other little pond. Let's see what it looks like today. That is, of course, the lava pond that we normally have with the toe area there. So refreshing that one, having a look at today, and that looks pretty much normal. I'm surprised this is still holding as much heat, and it has actual fresh lava, and even a little spot right there. That's our primary vent area, by the way, and there's that little hornito where the lava tube feeds into the pond. This is interesting over on this side, though. We're seeing hot, fresh lava, and that is getting over there somehow from this area, and I'm not sure how the lava tubes are structured underneath, but that is what we're seeing, and that is pretty wild, pretty awesome, you guys. And all right, let's go over and take a look at our earthquakes in Hawaii, if we can get onto the right map. And we'll have a very quick look at them. I'm not going to account for every earthquake here today, since we do have a bunch of them in there. But we're just going to sample a few here. Newest one, of course, is the red one. And this is the Pahala area. This is Pahala right there, the town. And we do see this 2.2 here. 1848 was the time on it, latest time. And of course, it is fair size. Well, I shouldn't say fair, it's reasonable size. This 2.3 over there as well from today. So they've had a bunch of quakes. You're more than welcome to actually go to the USGS site and have a look at that yourself, and that will help you out. Looking at Mauna Loa, we don't see anything up top there. Mauna Kea looks pretty quiet, and sliding back around, we do have this one on the side of the hill. 2.1, that is actually from yesterday. Going to ignore it. We do have this guy over here, and that is from today at 2:46 a.m. and that is not anywhere near anything specific. So I missed how deep that was. 4.8 kilometers, and that's not so bad. So pardon me. And getting back in, there is Kilauea itself, and remember what I was saying, look at the edges. So you see how very little in those pictures of that white that you're seeing, very little showing through, and that means that crater has a lot more lava sitting in it than what we're seeing here, and that is kind of what I was trying to get through. So looks pretty cool, pretty interesting. We're on the earthquake map, though. I think we're good with Hawaii. Zoom out a little bit. Take a look real quick for bigger quakes. We do see this one here in Peru, 5.1, and that is not anything super. We do have one over here, Indonesia, 5.1 as well. Then we see some activity over here in what do they call it? Carlsberg Ridge is what they call that one. And there's one there, and then of course another one here, 4.4 in the Congo, and that is interesting. By the way, if you're still here in a million years or so, I just want to mention something. You see this crack in here? This whole thing, and I'm not sure where it's going to break, but I can tell you, in a million years, this will be another island, or an island continent, if you want. This whole chunk is going to break off of Africa, and that'll be interesting as it floats and moves out in this direction towards Australia. So that is something that is happening in Africa, and they do have the African rift. Yep, that rift is getting bigger all the time, and it's interesting to kind of observe that. So anyway, I'm not seeing too many other large earthquakes. Not going to worry about them. We do have a little guy here, Mid-Atlantic Ridge, 4.8, and that was fairly fresh. from 15:14 today UTC. So not bad. And then there was a little bigger one here in Alaska, 3.7 Denali National Park, and that is at 17:31 today. So that's kind of it for those. Moving along, we already had a look at the Azores. This is older up here. I'm not going to worry about that. 4.1. Looking at this is, of course, I said we had a look at the Azores. We're looking at the Canary Islands now. And we do see the star flashing over here on the island of Tenerife. And we had everything else up in the crater before, and now it's kind of moving down a little bit. I got hiccups all of a sudden. That's weird. Anyway, let's zoom into La Palma and take a real quick look and see. Again, they're stacking up the older ones and leaving them on the list here, and that's not really helping us out much. But I guess on the 23rd, yesterday, they apparently had a whole bunch of little quakes, and that is a little bit weird and unusual. But today they've only had two. So one that is out in the water, and it's 13 kilometers down, and then we had this other one here on land a little further south, so it's really not anything to do with our old volcano, and that is kind of what we're seeing there. Just a little guy 8 kilometers down, 0.8, and that's all. Anyway, there, oh, I already have it right on there. So there's your Kamchatka Peninsula. We just switched over to the volcano map here, guys. And I wanted to point out where that is. So, Chikura, yeah, Chikura Chiki, Ranchki, Chikorachki, something like that, if I pronounced it correctly. But that is right next door to Ebeco or Ibico, and that is on one of the islands. That's the one, the picture I showed you earlier there, and I do believe I have that up. So that is this guy. So that is new. It is red, and that means it is erupting, and that is what we've got going on for that guy. So let me get back over there, and there you can see it. It's a stratovolcano, total height 1,816 meters, or 5,958 feet, and definitely doing its thing. And yeah, let's see if we can zoom in on it. Actually, that'd be kind of neat. There you can see it's on the same island as Ebico. So they actually spell it Sebico here. Now that I see it in Russian, Sebico. No, Sibiro. Sibiro is the way that's actually pronounced. Sibiro. Okay, neat. Anyway, there's the new one. So definitely all volcanic chain here, but not quite on the same guy. So pretty awesome to see. So that is our new volcano on the list. As we zip around real quick, we see everything here in our Aleutian Islands still the same. We've got Pavlov, Cleveland, Great Sitkins, and Semi, and then of course Davidoff is beside it, not showing anymore. Looking at Japan, just zooming in a little bit more. So Yaki Daki. Yaki Daki is up in the north. It's still a yellow, and that's all good. I like that name, Yaki Daki. Oh, never mind. Okay, Sakurajima, and that is where it is, still a red, and down here is Suwanoshijima doing their thing. Taal is right there, still a yellow. Bulusan is still an orange, and that is all part of the main islands there. And then you've got Ibu and Dukono doing their thing, Luolatak, Semeru, Merapi, and Krakatoa out here. Pretty normal, nothing wild. These guys are still the same. And looking here, Yasur, of course, and Tofua. And I don't know if it's just Tofua off-gassing out there, or if we still have something coming from Hunga Tunga, Hunga Apai. But anyway, Ruapehu is right there. And then White Isle Volcano would be just off in the water here on a little island. And I notice we have 2 quakes, Christchurch 4.0, and hopefully that's not anything big. And it says 15 minutes ago for 4.4 there as well on the South Island. So zooming back out a little bit, we do see this guy here, Central East Pacific Rise 6.0. Out in the middle of nowhere, and that kind of makes somebody wonder what's going on. And that 5.1 we mentioned earlier about Peru there is right there. So New Zealand, a few little quakes and nothing too major. And of course this is all pretty much normal. Not going to go into that too much. Hey, John Shepard just made it in. Welcome, John. And BMAT, welcome back, William. I'm glad to have you back in here. Etna, of course, and Volcano, and Stromboli, and then Campi up there. Still pretty normal. And what did we have here? And they registered that 4.6 from yesterday in Iceland. And of course, that's Ragnar, and Astja is what's showing there. So pretty cool. We'll unzoom that a little bit so we can see where we are. And I'm going to leave those guys be. I'll pop over to the weather maps real quick. And hopefully we'll be able to get over those. And let's see. We'll do the SO2 first. I'm going to refresh this because it really needs a refreshing. And there we go. Whoop, I didn't want to make a spot there. First thing we notice here is this extra stuff coming off of here. You think, okay, we got an extra volcano here. How come we're seeing all this from up top here? And yes, we are. So Karimsky is going, and Bazimiani is also doing its thing, as well as Chevalish. So they are all firing right now, and that's why we're seeing such a heavy plume off of the Kamchatka Peninsula. And looking at North America, pretty much normal. We see the flow, and it's coming out into the Pacific from all of these. So everything from Colombia, and even actually not so much coming from Ecuador right now. So Sangay and the other one there are a lot lighter, I guess, from what they've been doing. Zooming in a little bit, Costa Rica, definitely volcanic activity there. And then Guatemala, this would be Fuego. Mexico, Popocatépetl. And of course up here we have a little bit more coming from here's Guadalajara. I think the other one is right around here somewhere. But it is definitely off-gassing up there as well. That's Fuego de Colima, and not to be confused with Fuego from Guatemala. Zooming back out, South America, pretty much normal. We see we got a big circulation over Brazil, and that is forcing some of that SO2 out into the Atlantic this time. So it's taking everything over at the continent and pushing it out. And here we go, big snake. And that big snake, of course, from White Isle Volcano. And that is what we're seeing. That has dumped a bunch and calmed down again. So pretty awesome to see that out there. And I'm glad it's relaxed and moved away from them. And let's have a look at Australia. Pretty much normal. We've got regular pollution down on the bottom here. Nothing too nasty. I think Leo's having a big barbecue out back there. That might be what it is. And it's a little bit out of control. Anyway, the other pluming that we're seeing coming off the Australian coast here is, of course, we looked at those. Those are coal mines with coking plants, and that is what we're seeing. Yeah, what you got on the spigot there, Leo? A bunch of lambs or something? That would be pretty good. Lamb chops. I like it. Anyway, we're not going to bother looking at stuff there. So yes, we're there, and then we get up, and these other ones here, we have a bunch that are getting ready to erupt over in Papua New Guinea area. And this little mess here from Luolatok, and the red plume here from Semeru, and then Merapi and Krakatoa are kind of all making that mess. This is Ibu and Dukono making that little plume, and Bulusan here not anywhere near as much as what we had coming out before. So it's starting to calm down a little bit, and but still outputting SO2. As we slide up the coast, we don't see as much coming from Suwanosi-jima or Sakura-jima down here. They're doing their thing, but as already mentioned here, we do have our 4 volcanoes now on the Kamchatka area, and 3 of them are erupting very heavily and causing that plume. So not so much coming from Alaska. Sliding down, we see India, normal pollution, China's normal pollution, Saudi Arabia, fairly normal. We might even be able to see something somewhere in there. Erta is in there producing a little SO2, but apparently too hard to tell. We know this is industrial stuff down here, and this is also partially industrial and partially a volcano here in the Congo. And sliding over and taking a look at what Mount Etna is doing. And there is the plume coming off of Mount Etna from the last day or so. And we know that we also have Stromboli and Volcano right there. They are adding to the mess, but most of this is from Etna, and she's calming down. So we'll see what happens in the near future. We'll leave the SO2 chart be and move over to actual temperatures. And I'm refreshing this so we get it a little bit more accurate. And let's see if we can zoom in on North America first off. Boy, it looks nice up in Alaska and northern Alberta and the Yukon and areas like that. 25, 26, 27 in some areas. Pretty awesome. Even going up into Nunavut, they still are holding on to some wonderful temperatures. Eastern Canada, or central, what we out here in the west call the Middle East of Canada. The Middle East is not bad, but when you get way out here on the far side, they've got some warm wind blowing up, but I think they've got some stormy stuff going on. Cloud and wind lines on the map make it look blurry. Yeah, I know, too many wind lines, and unfortunately I can't get rid of them, or the intensity. Anyway, there we see the main heat plume. And boy, they looks like somewhere here in Kansas or someplace, very hot today. And of course, we still see Arizona being really, really warm and hot, never mind warm. 42 degrees in some spots there, pretty wild. Even Texas is got some heavy heat. But going all the way up here, it looks like it's a real hot day in some of those places. That includes California. They've got some wild temperatures, 41 degrees Celsius and stuff. Yep, somebody's going to be cooking. And then we slide down Central America, a little cooler than North America, which is okay. And we're looking at Brazil, and then had that low pressure, and the high has moved off a little bit, and a little cooler and underneath the high there. So if you're planning to go to Rio de Janeiro, bring warmer clothes. The little Brazilian bikini is just not going to cut it. And a little bit down, looking down on the bottom here, winter has set in. Southern end of South America. Looking at what we see here, not too bad of air blowing onto the New Zealand South Island. A little bit warmer than what it was yesterday, I think. And we do still see fairly good temperatures on the North Island. And looking here, Melbourne, 12 degrees. I don't know if you brought that temperature up. I wasn't watching the screen there. Why do we have so little SO2 from Kilauea? That's actually, somebody's asked that question before too. And I've tried to kind of explain that. Partially, okay, and this is partially. What's happening, because it is on a hot spot, so that magma is coming up from deeper down and heading on up. Now, as you know, your magma movement is of course driven for the most part by the expansion of that gas, as far as once it starts heading upward. And that's the thing, there is not as much SO2 in there. There may be other gases, and that could very well be why it is not showing as much SO2. You know, it's just cleaner magma, you know. Rats, that takes all the fun out of it. Yeah, the lava workers aren't injecting enough SO2, all right, blame it on them. Anyway, looking not bad for Australia, northern half warming up a little bit more of, I guess, seasonable temperatures. Indonesia, of course, beautiful weather for the most part, other than the thunderstorms. And looking at what we've got in Bangkok, 28 degrees and probably 85% relative humidity. China looking pretty toasty as well. Same thing with Japan, very warm right now. And even up on the Kamchatka Peninsula is quite warm, and different patterns. So, hey, Cvet, welcome. Heading for Norway soon. Yay. Okay, 60s. Pretty cool. And let's take a look at other areas. We see India still quite warm, not as hot. They're not seeing too many 30s there, but still in the high 20s for the most part. A little cooler than yesterday in Saudi Arabia, and even we're not seeing those 40 plus temperatures in the Sahara either. So zooming back in over here a little bit, Italy, Sicily, 22, 23, depending on where you are. And that's kind of nighttime temperatures for them right now, guys. That is pretty good for being 1, 2, or 3 o'clock in the morning. Same thing with where Peggy lives out here on Coss Island, and that is she's got 24 or 25 degrees right now. That is plenty warm, you guys, and I'm sure Poppet will not want to be cuddling under the blanket unless there's something wrong with Poppet. Anyway, Spain right there, a little cooler for nighttime. Same thing with France, still holding some nice temperature though. Same with Belgium and Netherlands here, as well as Germany, and even most of Poland is still holding quite a bit of heat as well. Southern Germany and I guess Switzerland and places like that, they're getting a little bit of cold in the Alps, and I guess we can't blame them for that. We see actually Denmark holding some nice temperatures. Boy, Irish Monk must be getting nailed by that storm that's sitting just off the coast. Hope he's doing okay. And we do see that wind current pulling that warmer temperature back up and forcing it onto France and London and like up into England. So that's changing things. And the storms here, Hermione had mentioned that there were supposed to be storms and rain in Holland, and very little so far from those. Quick peek at Norway, and that is not so bad. And we're looking at 12 to 14 degrees, get up in the north a little cooler, and 8 down at the very top. Kind of the same thing when we're looking at Sweden, and they've got some nice temperatures down on the bottom though, so pretty good. Same thing here in Norway, so not so bad. Let's slip over to Iceland and take a quick look there. Brr, brr, not good. All that air blowing down from up north here, that is cold stuff, and it's getting into the mix zone about here, so it's not getting as much of that warm stuff in onto our wonderful Iceland, and they're going to be a little cooler. I see the stream is kind of going up this way and then hooking back down, and that is kind of bad. Once this moves over a little bit, it'll start flowing straight, and that'll make things a little bit nicer. Okay, and of course Greenland, we don't even want to look at that. That's scary. Southern Africa, we see our little cutoff here. It's moved down a little bit warmer in some of those areas now as well. That's kind of the temperatures. Let's have a quick look at what we've got for stormy activities, and we'll take a quick look. Canada, of course, you still see that stuff sitting over top of me here, but we've got a high, and hopefully that'll help out and move some of that over and away. Looks like we're seeing storms here in Manitoba and just south of that, so North Dakota, South Dakota area, and and just rain clouds and stuff, and the general area in the Midwest there, or further west, I guess, if you want to call it that. Down in Florida, they have all these storms. So these are basically isolated thunderstorms. They're not really a system, and that's what we're seeing there. We do have something here in New Orleans, just off the coast as well. Big circulation here. So that's kind of what we're seeing. And looking at the eastern portions, and looks like Nova Scotia is going to get some stuff there, probably for a while, since this low was just pulling all that mess upward, and we'll probably continue to see more there. And going through here, we see that going all the way up to this low that's sitting out here in, still sitting there in the Hudson's Bay. That's kind of nasty. And some ice rain. Brr. And of course, here's that storm that's still sitting out here in the water. It's Celia, and it is not going away. It should have dissipated by now, and that's causing all kinds of stuff down in Mexico, and helping out with Central America. We had that other storm that was here. It actually, Celia moved up, and the other storm that was here originally has dissipated. That might have been right there, and it's developing some new stuff here, and we are seeing northern portions of Brazil and Colombia, as well as I guess Peru and places like that, Venezuela, Guyana, and all those places, all getting nailed a little bit. South America, we see a system sitting on top of Chile, and kind of centrally located, going over as well, and sliding down here a little bit. Whoop. Okay, and here's New Zealand, and this is why they're a little cooler. It's they're getting more rain popping in here, and I guess it must be the rainy season. Thunderstorms for up in the North Island. Looking down here, Melbourne area, still that nasty west wind coming across here, and at least not too much water involved. Looking down, Tasmania looks not so bad, and fairly dry in Sydney and Brisbane, those areas. A little bit out north of Adelaide. Not much, nothing at Perth, and looking pretty good there. And looking at what we've got in the Indonesian / Malaysian area with the Philippines and everything else, quite a lot of storms, and we're not going to worry about those. We do see this up here, north end of Japan, and that is still doing its thing. Hopefully that will dissipate and keep everybody happy. And zooming out a little bit, I want to zoom back in to Europe. And first off, we're still seeing that northern flow come down, hitting Iceland, and that is what's probably keeping it cold. Zooming back in here into Ireland, and yeah, Irish monk has probably got cats and dogs and goats raining down right about now, and that is pretty nasty. And Hermione, if you're still on, this is your storm here, and why are you not getting rained on? She says she can see it, she says she can hear it, and but no rain. So hopefully she'll get some rain. And I see that system actually goes all the way into Germany, and I'm sure this is a slightly different system here that is going through Switzerland and most of I guess France, and that area stops at the border, and that's pretty good. The guys in Spain are okay. Pretty awesome, and we do see this whole system. This is going to have to work its way up here a little bit. Eventually, I think this will move up and over and get onto England a little bit to do its thing. Looking at Norway, top end is where the rough weather is. Sweden doesn't look so bad, and neither does Finland, so that's what we're seeing there. We do see a system, northern Russia, not going to worry about that guy. Zooming out a little bit, we do still see what I refer to as our equatorial storm. We pretty much see that guy going all the way around the planet. In some places it gets a little chopped up, but it will rebuild itself. And 94L over here is perhaps a new hurricane in the making. We don't know yet. We'll see what happens with that guy. And that's pretty much it, you guys. And I don't know if anyone else needs anything, but yeah, let's go take a look. How come he's enjoying the warmth? Is it warm there? That's Vancouver right now. Vancouver Island, I should say. Vancouver, Seattle area. I want to see our temperature. Oh, that's not that warm. That's cold. Man, that's cold. That's even colder than we are. You can keep that. All right. Want to find our cold temperature down in the south. And of course, let's take a quick peek. Oh, I see minus 68, 69 already. There we go. So, yeah, Antarctica, you find a minus 70? I believe you, because I see a minus 69 right there. So, I'm sure minus 70 would be just a smidgen away from it, and we'd be able to see it. So, thank you, Sue, for having a look for that. So, dress your penguins warm, you guys. If they're going to go play out in minus 70 degrees Celsius weather. That, of course, is about minus 94 degrees Fahrenheit, roughly, give or take a little bit. It's too cold no matter what. And I guess that's about it, you guys. So, it's been a good show. Thank you. And glad that everyone has been here. I want to say a big thank you to BMAT for his wonderful super chat really early in the stream, and thank you kindly for that. Also, a big thank you goes out to all the members. Thank you, members, for being part of the membership and the lavalier. You guys are awesome, and supporting the channel. And of course, big thank you to all of you out there. Everyone who is in here, part of the Lava family, really. So that is what we like, and we appreciate all of you being in here, hanging in, even when the times are not quite as productive as what we would like it to be. I'd love to see a volcano shooting out lava right now, and you know, that would be kind of nice. Nice to see, but we unfortunately aren't seeing any active volcanoes. So anyway, also big thank you to all of our wonderful moderators. We've got Arizona Snowman, Piggy, C&D Boy, Lucas Snow, and Joseph Fields that are visible, and then we also have some alien type creatures that are not so visible sometimes, and of course that is Gary, and possibly a few others. And that is good for now. I think we're good. I'm tracking a bunny, by the way, on the other cameras here, so that's kind of, if you think I'm kind of preoccupied, I am. Anyway, be good, everyone, and take care of yourselves, and thank you very much for being in the show, and do like that everyone was here. Just trying to see what we're at here number-wise. We got 97 likes. I'm sure there's 3 more likes in there that we can get before we end the show. So please, if you have not yet hit that wonderful like button, give it a thumbs up and help us out. YouTube analytics really do make a big difference when we get to that kind of stuff. So please give it a shot and see what happens. We want to see it move up a little bit, and I really do appreciate all of you doing that. So pretty awesome, pretty cool, and thank you kindly. And on that friendly note, I think, yep, we need a couple more just to push it over, guys, and that would really, really be cool. Um, I was just watching the other camera, yet it's kind of funny. Curly is out there, and of course, with the magpies squawking at him, he decides to take off. He really bounces up and down and stuff like that. So really, really cool. Anyway, be good, everyone. Take care, and of course, tomorrow is Saturday. So please remember, the show starts early on Saturday, and all those good people in Europe will appreciate me because they can watch it at 10 p.m., not 1 a.m. And on that friendly note, I hope everybody shows up. So please stay safe, everyone. Take care of yourselves. And most of all, make sure that you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Take care and have yourselves a super evening, and all the best. Oink, oink. Good night.